the objective questions related to ABM and BFM as well as retail as per the time, but ABM BFM we are covering all the objective questions. So let's move on. Before starting, I would suggest download Adda 24/7 app and also join our Officers Adda 24/7 YouTube channel. Also, we are coming up with this batch on August of 8th. Okay, so BFM, ABM, and retail. More on this later. Let's start the series. Okay, so here, first question is fiscal policy is related to. So fiscal means what? Here, this firstly understand this is our last lecture on this budget to now. Okay, then we'll be starting module B. Fiscal policy is related to. So it is related to what? Export import, public revenue and expenditure, issues and circulation of currencies, monetary control measures. So it is related to what? Export import? No. Then second one, is it what is related to export import? It's related to it's called as EXIM policy, export import policy. Public revenue and expenditure? Yes. This can be the answer. Issues related to currencies. Now this is what? Monetary policy. Okay. And money control measures, this is again a part of monetary. Remember, there are three important policies. Okay, I'll write them one by one. One is EXIM. Okay, EXIM, export import. Second is monetary. Okay, and third is fiscal. Fiscal. Okay, so EXIM relates to export and import. It is given by Commerce Ministry. Monetary relates to CRR, SLR and money supply. It is given by RBI. And fiscal is related to the total finance of the government. And this is given by Government of India, Finance Ministry. So this, what will be the answer over here then? Correct answer is B, right? A restrictive monetary fiscal policy is a good way to deal with restrictive. Restrictive means what? It restricts the money flow. Okay. Restricts the money flow means what? CRR and the repo rate will be higher. So demand shift inflation, any sort of inflation, it's sort of inflation that occurs when the economy falls below the full employment. Okay, demand pull inflation and cost push inflation. So what do you think should be the right answer? Right. So basically, see, a restrictive policy is used when the I'll give you one logic behind this. Okay, when your RBI wants means basically RBI not government wants. Government wants growth to grow, growth to happen, growth. Okay. So what do? They tell RBI to reduce the rates. Okay. Reduce the rates. Okay. But reducing the rates and giving the growth will lead to inflation. Okay. So as the growth happens, inflation also happens. So that's why to reduce inflation, RBI will do what? Increase the rates. Okay, the rates. Now increasing the rates means what? Here, this is known as expansionary policy. This is known as contractionary policy. It's also called as restrictive policy. So this is known as a restrictive policy. So any sort of inflation that occurs when the economy falls below full employment. So it deals basically with inflation. Okay. Grants in aid given by the center to the state is meant so to cover the gaps of the revenue account, for flood controls, for boosting agriculture in the state, for financing state plan projects. So what is it given for? Always remember, government always gives grants to cover what? See here, grants are always have you seen this my budget lecture? In that budget lecture, I had mentioned that state share means grants given to state should be subtracted. Okay, means government's budget is a part of what? Loans given to state government should be subtracted. Okay, or grants. Why are grants given by the government, by central government to state? They are given because there are two types of projects happening. One is by central government, second is by state. Okay, so whenever state does some project by themselves, they always fall short in the revenue. They always fall short with the revenue deficit. To cover the gap on of that revenue deficit, government gives the grants. Okay, that is point number one. And for financing state plan projects, for state plan projects also, if the government means here grants in aid, remember this, grants in aid means what? It can be given for A also, it can be given for D also. So the correct answer is A and D both. Okay, It is given for both actually. Okay. The finance commission is appointed every, now finance commission is appointed, this question won't come to you in exam now, because what happens, that is out now actually. But then also finance commission is appointed every 5 years. That is a simple answer. The Narsimham committee submitted its report on to the government on. So why was the Narsimham committee formed? Narsimham committee, there were two Narsimham committees which were formed. Okay. So depoliticizing appointments of public sector undertakings, import and export, NPA and banking structure. So Narsimham committee was formed because of what? Means for what? It was formed on banking. So it was specifically meant for banking structure change. There were two Narsimhams. Okay, remember this, 92 and 98. Okay. Before going ahead, look at this. This batch, which is starting on August 8, will be covering all the objective questions, numericals, case studies, theory, one-liners, everything which comes in the exam. Okay. So we'll be covering everything, and use this code Y432 to get huge discounts. Now, yeah. Interest is a reward for pure waiting. So which theory of interest explains it? Reward for waiting. Waiting means what? Which theory gives this waiting part? Which one? Correct. Time preference, classical, liquidity preference, and loanable funds theory. See here, waiting is always was given by, anyone knows? A, B, C or D? Which one? Correct. The answer is classical. Okay, classical theory. Which is not true for classical theory of interest? Demand and supply theory, saving investment, non-monetary theory, and monetary theory of interest. So which is not true for that? For classical, basically monetary, demand supply, saving investment, non-monetary or monetary theory. So see here, this is what you'll have to remember, because it has no logic as such. It's monetary answer, monetary theory of interest. Okay. The loanable funds theory of interest is also known as neoclassical theory of interest, classical theory of interest, real theory of interest, and modern theory of interest. So it is also known as neoclassical loanable funds theory. Okay. See here, it was a part of classical, means it came after classical. So it is called as neoclassical, classical, real theory. There is no something called as real theory. Okay. Modern theory, it is there, but it is not related to loanable funds. So loanable funds theory was a part of, was also known as neoclassical. Okay. Rate of interest is a function of, in ISLM curve. So it is a function of what? Explained by which of the following theories? Liquidity preference, saving investment, loanable funds, and modern theory. So what is the answer for this? Rate of interest. Rate of interest is in ISLM curve is a part of loanable funds theory. I'll explain. You see this. ISLM curve is like this. Okay. Growth over here, or GDP you can call it. Okay. And here it's rate. Okay. So IS curve moves like this, and LM curve moves like this. This is IS, and this is LM. Okay. IS-LM curve. So this IS curve moves downwards, LM curve moves upwards. So rate of interest, this part R. This is explained by which of the following theories? It is explained by loanable fund theory. Why? Because as the rate of interest increases, okay, as the rate of interest rate over here increases, so what happens? The investment saving curve goes downwards and the LM curve goes upwards. So that's why what happens? The loanable funds, as the rate of interest increases, the loanable funds go on increasing because nobody is ready to take the loans due to higher rates. Okay. For which of the following motives for liquidity preference, the demand for liquidity is determined by the rate of interest? So for which of these? Transaction motive, precautionary motive, speculative motive, and all of the three. So which of the following motives of for liquidity preference, the demand for liquidity is determined by rate of interest? Here, rate of interest. Here, always remember it's basically given by Keynes. Okay. Keynes theory explained that preference for money is always given for three motives. One is transaction, precautionary, and speculative. Means every human being, whenever he earns money, he uses them first for his daily living transaction. Precautionary means some illness, and speculative means if something remains after these two, he'll go on investing. So What is determined the rate of interest? Transaction motive can't be determined the rate of interest because he has to eat and live in any case. Precautionary, if there is a medical urgency, he can't look at rate of interest. But investment, yes, that is a part. Means speculative motive will always be controlled by this. So the correct answer is C. Okay. So now coming back to the class, see this. Use this code Y432. How to use it? See here, I'll show you that also. Okay. One sec. I will go to Adda 24/7 live and then I'll show you over there. Okay. Let's go to Adda 24/7 lines here. You are on Adda 24/7 now. On this website, when you go, you can go through app also. That's the best thing. Okay. Click on JAIIB and CAIIB. Once you click on JAIIB and CAIIB, you'll see the front page. JAIIB, CAIIB Mahapack, CAIIB November, December English batch. Click on the English batch. Once you click on the English batch, see this. You'll get the batches over here. Okay. These batches means, see this. Click on this batch 17999. Once you click on this batch, you'll get the details of this batch. Means what? 120 plus hours for ABM, BFM retail, regular intensive practice, recorded videos available, experts opinions are also available, and you can ask the questions up to last day. Now about the fees, 17999. Click on view offers. Once you click on view offers, see this. It will come over here. Yeah. Put this code Y432. Click on apply. See this. You are getting 80% off. So your 17999 fees reduces to 3599. It's so less. If you clear CAIIB, once you clear it, and definitely you'll clear it after joining the class, within 4 months you'll recover everything. Okay. So this is an investment for lifetime. Go for it. Okay. I'll meet you tomorrow with another topic.